All right, we're back on the hotline. Jeff Graham here on a Thursday afternoon, a couple days after the storm, and Jerry Manor from CCOM, I say keep tuned to everything, but these days, everything's so fragmented, there is no central source of anything.
Not really. You look at social media, Facebook and whatever else. I'm an old guy, so Facebook's the one I know the best. I'm not that well, but it seems where that's where the information is.
A lot of it, yeah.
There's no checks and balances.
But nobody markets anything. I mean, one of my pet peeves I talk about and people just roll their eyes at me is, why hasn't someone from, quote, the emergency management office called this show and Glenn's show just to update people on what's going on or say, can I stop by? They can't be that busy. They don't. And then I get texts from people saying, well, what are you doing about it? Well, what are they doing? Nothing. So if they don't think it's important, we do what we can with the information that comes in. But it's like a lot of things, community groups. We've talked about the zoo before. A year ago, they were offered a ton of free advertising on Channel 7. They never used it. Because the guy in charge of marketing was downtown at a bar playing his guitar all night. That was what he did. So, it's just, it doesn't seem like information. And I've talked to people this week, they're craving information, but where do I go to get it? And I don't know. Just stay home, I guess.
Yeah, most of the people have been looking online, I think.
I mean, we're glad to provide that venue here, and we do. And Johnny does a good job on the FM side, and he's tuned into the community. But you got to bring the information here. I can't tell you what streets are closed if nobody tells me what streets are closed. I told you about a couple of them because I happen to drive that way on my way to work here, but I didn't know about Holcomb Street. I don't know what else is closed. I can look up on the grid site and find out how many customers are without power. 2/3 of them were without power on Tuesday night. That's a lot.
Right.
That's a big chunk of the community. And, but other than that, they used to have a guy named Paul Fort who worked for the old NYMO. And during snowstorms and ice storms and stuff, he was omnipresent on the news. I mean, he was always out there speaking. But, everything's centralized now and everything's on the internet. And I'm not sure is the world better for that? I don't know.
I'm not sure. We were talking before about the old ice storm of 98. And I was in Messina working in radio then. But they had a command center where the mayor was involved and the police chief and the fire chief. And they would meet at the fire station, but then, they would send somebody out to the radio station. He'd go on the air and tell everybody what was going on. And so, it's just different now. People get their news differently.
Here's a comment I just got. Since your interview with Dr. Irwin, who was the guy up at the zoo, people are intimidated by me. That's such BS.
They're intimidated by you?
By me, yeah.
Oh.
Like I'm beating them up on the air. You got to ask tough questions. You're not here to play patty cake with these people. I mean, they got severe financial problems. You got to ask them. But we're not here to be cheerleaders. Just because they don't get that steady stream of hanging curveballs you get down at Channel 7 or something. That's fine if you're on the morning news and you're just chatting or something. But at some point, somebody's got to ask a tough question. That's going to really upset them. But that's okay.
Yes, I'm assuming
I'm a John Moore fan.
Upset people before.
You know John Moore?
I do.
Yeah, from Lisbon. Yeah. He's the guy, whenever I have some information, I always feed it to him. And it works its way into the system there. Because the rest of them don't like to talk to me. They don't really like me. But John and I have been friends for years. And I think he was one of the only media people who came and visited me in the hospital last winter when I was in all winter. And that makes a difference. People who visit you in the hospital, you tend to like them more.
Well, certainly.
Whereas people who don't, you tend not to like them.
Well, I've always thought that, we can have a discussion. You and I might not agree, but we can still respect each other.
Yeah. You didn't visit me, but I don't hold that against you. You didn't know.
I mean,
if you sent me a card, I would have appreciated it.
I think I met you once way back when, but no, I didn't.
No, okay, well, that's all right.
First time I've seen you in person probably in 30 years anyway.
Oh, my God.
Back from the Don Alexander days.
Yeah, I was, well, they used to let me anchor the news back then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, let me see. Somebody texted in. Somebody said, now Jay visited you, but you were floor me. Well, Jay Donovan did, and we were on the same floor. And we still keep in touch over that because he's, has some of the same challenges, different cause and so on. But, Jay's the type of guy who would visit you, but a lot of people wouldn't. Hey, we got a call here. You got to put the
headset on,
the cans on there, as they say. Good afternoon. You're on, afternoon. You're on the air.